Life under UBI. Rarely has a single policy idea captured the public imagination and ignited such fervent debate as the concept of a universal basic income, UBI. While still hypothetical in most places, the idea of providing every citizen with a guaranteed payment to cover basic living expenses has permeated contemporary discourse around inequality, automation, the future of work and social safety nets. Proponents envision a UBI as a way to reduce poverty, empower workers, upgrade education and distribution systems, and provide a universal income floor that no one can fall beneath as automation and artificial intelligence increasingly disrupt and displace traditional jobs. Critics argue UBI is unaffordable, could reduce motivation to work, and be too much government overreach stifling innovation. Yet the true ramifications of implementing a truly universal basic income at a living wage level remain mostly uncharted territory. What would life realistically look like in a society where every person received enough money from the government to cover food, housing, and other basic needs? The impacts on the economy, workforce psychology, social dynamics, and even people's sense of identity could be profound and transformative. Exploring a world reshaped by basic income. The introduction of a UBI sufficient to meet basic living standards, perhaps around $12,000 to $30,000 annually for every citizen, could trigger sweeping shifts across core facets of daily life. Recalibrating the economy. A UBI system could dramatically reshape fundamental economic incentives and behaviors around employment, spending, investment, and even the definition of productive economic activity itself. With a guaranteed income stream provided through UBI, citizens would likely pursue lower-wage jobs and gig work more freely without fear of destitution, transforming the current labor force composition. Careers providing less financial security like art, writing, charity work, or entrepreneurship could become more viable and widespread. At the same time, a higher entry-level pay premium might emerge for undesirable jobs if fewer feel compelled by necessity to take them. By providing universally accessible purchasing power, UBI would likely spur new consumption behavior in lower socioeconomic classes that currently struggle with suboptimal housing, nutrition, healthcare, and other deficiencies. An influx of demand could help grow economic sectors providing basic goods and services for meeting those needs. Overall consumer spending patterns, housing markets, and regional workforce dynamics would bend in new ways. Today's economic indicators like GDP tend to undervalue activities without established market values, while overemphasizing spending alone as the primary driver of economic progress. A more holistic economic paradigm centered on human well-being and quality of life output could emerge for gauging societal advancement post-UBI. Metrics focused on access to quality nutrition, health outcomes, educational attainment, work-life balance, and other human essentials could take precedence over traditional models. More people might rededicate their efforts towards community building, childcare, volunteerism, environmental stewardship, and passion projects currently undervalued in GDP. Society may reorient around redefining prosperity beyond just income and consumption. Across cultures worldwide, human identity is deeply intertwined with perceptions around the inherent virtue and social value of employment. A UBI system decoupling income from labor could destabilize many long-held preconceptions about self-worth and one's role in society. Some psychologists worry it could diminish human motivation and ambition if work becomes less obligatory. Would purposefulness and dignity diminish when unbound from earned income? Conversely, others argue the drudgery of grinding poverty, menial jobs, and constant financial strain creates even deeper identity crises, stress and lack of autonomy for vast swaths of the global population. By freeing people from the duress of daily survival toils, UBI could provide a psychologically liberating force, unlocking creative potential and allowing people to derive meaning and purpose through more intrinsically motivating pursuits. The broader societal implications of UBI could be generational in scale. Over time, the composition of labor and employment would likely transform considerably. Basic income might catalyze resurgences in sectors like education, healthcare, nonprofits, public services, and the skilled trades if more people viably pursued roles in those fields. As lower-income populations gained more disposable income, community-building infrastructure like parks, community centers, education and health services would need to scale to accommodate increased demand from newly enriched areas. Gender dynamics could evolve with more equal financial flexibility for those traditionally locked out of primary income earning roles.